So I'm really hoping that this is a good view because I haven't got a clue. Hello and welcome back to another vlog. It's been a minute. I have never said that in my life. I don't know why I just said that. That's Loki. Loki doesn't normally feature on these vlogs because he normally buggers off to a neighbour and stays there for weeks on end. Don't you? We're holding him hostage in his own home at the moment, so he's not happy about it. I don't normally let the cats wander all over my desk, but he's feisty. And I'm trying not to piss him off too much because obviously I don't want him to fuck off again. It has been months since I last filmed a vlog. Let's see exactly how long it has been. That's him having a go at the other cats. 4 months. 4 months. Let me sort the cat out. A few technical difficulties there. That's one well and truly pissed off cat with a phone that went for a Burton. Where was I? Oh yes, so a lot has happened in the last 4 months. If you haven't noticed behind me, it's completely different. I got rid of a lot of units. I've been saying for months that these Billy bookcases from IKEA will be better for this room. And Matt didn't believe me. He was like, no, the card racks that you've got will hold more stuff. Convinced him, and he's even said that it looks better. So that's changed. I did that over Christmas. And the cat's back. Basically, I filmed quite a few vlogs since the last one, but none of them ever made anywhere further than my phone, because if you don't know, I've got an iPhone and I use my iPhone for filming because I don't have a camera. And I still am using Premiere Pro for, I cannot get my words out today and it's pissing me off, editing. Well, I was having major issues with that. Either stuff wasn't encoding properly, wasn't importing properly, or it was lagging and the video wouldn't match up with the sound, or the sound just wouldn't work. So yeah, I was having all sorts of issues and it took me so long to figure it out. I can't even explain to you how long it took me to figure it out. What happened was hello Dexter, I was getting fed up and it would take me weeks and weeks and weeks to try. I would leave things like importing overnight and I'd wake up in the morning and it had failed like 10 minutes after I'd gone to bed or something like that, and it was just a waste of time. Or it was taking like 4 hours to import and, you know, 3 hours into it would fail. It was just so frustrating. It got to the point where I couldn't actually remember where I was going with the video. I'd have all this footage and I knew roughly like what order it was all meant to be in and where, like what was, I just lost motivation for that vlog. So I ended up deleting the footage and starting again. And I think I did that 3 times before saying, right, I give up. Then over the Christmas period, I found, I'm gonna link it below in case anyone else has the same issue, but I found a video from a lady. Let me just find it. Here we go. So it's from Katie Steckley. Apologies if I said that wrong. Her video is the ultimate guide to vlogging with your iPhone. I stumbled across it. I wasn't looking for things like this. I was just looking at vlogs on YouTube and I stumbled across this, and she said that she was having similar issues with iPhone and Premiere Pro, and she's got some recommended settings. So I followed her advice on there and I've changed all the settings, and this is me trying it out now. So fingers crossed, please, it works. And if it does, Katie, I owe you so much because I was stressing myself out. I don't even know. It was so frustrating because I had hours and hours and hours worth of vlog footage and it just wasn't working. I just couldn't edit it because it was just so laggy. I couldn't get a single word together on there. So yeah, fingers crossed these settings work. I will link Katie's video below so that if anyone else is having the same issues, they can go and watch that vlog and it'll help. Oh, I don't actually know if I'm honest. How the hell I kept this quiet. I was constantly messaging Millie like, oh, I need to announce this now, and she was like, no, you need to wait till the 1st of January. So in, I think it was October, I had a complete brand redesign. I will link the lady below that fuck's sake. I'll put a link below for the lady that did it, because Sophie, she's amazing. I had an idea in mind. I found Sophie on Instagram. I looked at a few others, and there were some others I really wanted to use, but either their lead time was a bit longer than I needed, or they're out of budget. There was one that was very out of budget. That was the first one I looked at, and then I was like, oh, this is not going to happen. I'm not going to find anyone that's going to be in my budget, because I'll be honest, I did have quite a low budget, but I did push my budget higher than what I had planned, because I knew that if I wanted this to work, it was going to cost. The cats are going to have a fight. Off! It's a good job I don't use any of that stuff for orders, isn't it? Where did I get to? Yeah, I did push my budget a little bit higher than I had planned, because I understand, especially with graphic design, you get what you pay for. Bandit is out to wind Loki up, and they're just going to end up fighting. Anyway, so yes, I reached out to Sophie, and she had availability quite quickly. My business has changed a lot since I started. I started off just doing business stationery, and I fell out of love with it not quickly, but suddenly, and I just wasn't enjoying it. I still do it, I still enjoy it, but I just wasn't enjoying it enough to do it 24/7. The last year, 18 months, maybe 2 years, my business has slowly been evolving, and I needed something to reflect that a bit more. So yeah, I will pop on screen in whichever side there is more room my new logo. We've got new thank you cards, new business cards, new care guides, everything. So hopefully that will help. Does anyone want a cat? I hope everyone had a good New Year, Christmas, New Year anyway. So I've got a lot to do today. Do you have to keep winding him up? Bandit's coming for cuddles while we talk. So my main aim for this video is to set some goals for the year. I don't normally set goals. Will you sit still? It's not something that I've done before, but it's something I'm going to start doing from now on, because I did set a goal not last year, the year before. My goal was to be in an office away from home by the end of the year, and I did smash that goal in the October of that year. That was 2022. But I didn't set any last year because a lot happened last year, and we moved house in the first 2 months of the year, and then my office was supposed to be getting built in the bottom of the garden. Everything just went a little bit tits up last year, so I didn't end up setting any goals. And I've decided this year that I am going to set goals and try and just get on with them, I guess. So yeah, that's the main aim of this video. So I'm sorry, it's probably going to be quite a sit down and talky video. I may end up, because I have got some stuff to do that isn't sitting down and talking, I might end up splitting that into a second vlog if this goes on quite long. I don't know how long it's going to be, so right, bandit off because I need to do some goal setting. I'm just making up a document for my goals for the year, and obviously I'm going to do it in my new branding fonts. So 20, if I can spell, I'll have it as 2024 goals, and I'm going to put, that's massive, that doesn't need to be that big. some of these goals are going to be like year-long goals, some of them are going to be monthly goals. Like everything's going to have a number on it so that it motivates me, I guess, to do it. That was a tip I learned from watching Alice Thorpe's videos. Let's crack on. So we're going to look at personal goals first. So I have started, at the end of last year, I started reading a little bit more. I used to read a lot when I was younger, so I borrowed some books from my future sister-in-law, and she very kindly gave me quite a few. I asked for a couple, but she's given me quite a few. So I'm going to aim this year to read 4 books. I think that's quite an achievable goal. So let's say read 4. Why is it still underlined, Chloe? Read 4 books over the year. So that's about 1 every quarter. So that gives me, 3 months to read a book, which I think is a good starting point. If I read more, then I read more. So this document, really, I've borrowed from Alice because I didn't really know how to set it up. So thank you, Alice, for that. So I do like to travel. Matt likes to travel. Matt travels a lot with work and he goes all over the country, and he's always talking about these different places that he's been to. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been out of Lincolnshire, I've been to places, but I've not been to see, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to try this year to travel to 2 new places for sightseeing purposes, like a whole, even if it's with the dogs, we just take them out for a W-A-L-K. Can't say the word because they'll go loopy. So, we've got the van, we can sleep in the van overnight, we've got tents, we can go camping, we just don't make the time to do it. So yeah, this year I'm gonna try my best to make the time with Matt. Well, it's a very busy year we've got this year anyway, to travel to 2 new places. Now I've put on there for sightseeing purposes so that I can't turn around and be like, oh yeah, well I went there but I was delivering, you know what I mean? So for those of you that don't know, we are getting married in July, which is super exciting, but it's going to come around very quickly. So I'm going to set a personal goal to be proactive with wedding planning and do 1 thing per week towards the wedding. So whether that's ordering some decorations for it or booking something. I mean, most of the big stuff is booked, or making little things, etc. Highlight that because I'm normally reactive, I'm not a proactive person. I need to make time for me. I spend a lot of time either running around after other people or working or not doing stuff for me. So I'm gonna do I'm starting little with these goals if you hadn't noticed. I'm gonna do 1 thing for me per week, whether that's have a bath or, hello Loki, go for a W-A-L-K on my own, even just go out and get a drink on my own, like go to Costa or something, Starbucks, something like that. Hello. So do 1 thing for myself per week. I don't know why things keep coming up highlighted. Right. I think that's it for personal. I can't think of anything else. Finances. So again, this is going to spread over a few different topics. By the end of the year, I want to be earning. So I do this full time, but luckily for me, and I'm very grateful for this, Matt carries a lot of the payment burdens, if you know what I mean, like the financial burden. It would be nice if I could support that in any way possible. At the minute I'm not, but this year I aim to. So my aim for the year for finances is to earn £300 profit, so money I can spend, take out of the business and spend on me, so slash wages, per month by the end of the year. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's fair. I'm probably at about 100 at the minute, and I don't want to. I'd rather set low goals and smash them than say, right, I'm going to earn £1,000 a month by the end of the year and then end up only earning 200. Do you know what I mean? So I'd rather start small. If I smash this, I can always come to this in 6 months' time and be like, right, I'm updating these goals because I've smashed this one. I'm going to make a new one for the end of the year. Do you know what? So yeah, I'm going to put aside in the business, I'm going to say £10 a week. Okay, relationships. Matt and I, we do try to spend a lot of time together, but a lot of the time that's just sort of watching TV, or just like being in the same room, because Matt works away a lot, long hours as well, so we don't get a lot of time together. So when we do find the time, we make the time. Consider it, I mean, we're not like in the early stages of our relationship, because obviously we're getting married, but we're still young in our relationship, if that makes sense. So considering that, we don't really go on many dates and stuff. So I'm going to take a leaf out of Alice's book and I'm going to do 1 secret date night a month. Because she, when she was talking about this, I was like, that is a brilliant idea, because we spend so much time being like, do you want to do this? So it's up to you. Oh, it's up to you, I don't mind, you choose. So if we just plan something, then, and don't tell the other one until the night, then, you know, that eliminates all of that and we still get a date night. And it doesn't have to cost, does it? It could be a walk on the beach, or it could be a walk in the park, or it could just be a drive. Sometimes we like to sometimes just go for a drive. Obviously that does cost money because fuel, but you know, these things don't need to cost much, if anything. So we could just go and have a picnic, obviously when it's warmer, unless you're an idiot like Matt and wear shorts every day of the year. Yeah, so that's that one. Make more time for friends. Spend at least 1 day a month with parents. Let's be honest, they're not getting any younger, so I'm going to make the most of that. Business. Update Etsy weekly. Monthly, actually. By this I mean check my listings, check keywords, so I'm going to write that down. Check listings, SEO, keywords, etc. and see what's working, what's not, and update that, because I really let it slip last year and it just kind of did its own thing and it went to shit, to be honest. So I need to put more effort into that. I'd like to earn £500 per month on Etsy before fees, etc. are taken off. Doesn't seem like a lot, because once fees are not taken off, that's probably more going to be like £250, something like that. But last year it was up and down, up and down. At the end of the year I probably did that, but that's because I sell a lot of reindeer food at the end of the year. But throughout the year I don't, like, I was earning, when I first started on Etsy, I'll completely transparent with you here, I was earning £500 per week. So I don't see why, if I'm actually putting the effort in again, I couldn't earn £500 a month before fees. I think that's perfectly doable. It's probably going to be averaged over the year. Don't go up there. So we'll see how that goes. Tidy office. Want every Friday, so that when I come in on a Monday, again, it's fresh. By the end of the year, I've set a goal of 15 sales on my website this month. So if I say by the end of the year, 15 sales at the minute is quite high on my website, I'll be honest. So if I say 30 sales per month at least twice by the end of the year, receive 30 sales on my website at least 2 months out of the year. Hopefully that makes sense to me in a year's time. Release my first enamel pin by July. I've already got an idea in mind for that as well, so I just need to save up the money for it. What? Get my laser printer back up and running by the end of the year. So if you don't know, I have a massive LaserJet printer. It's that big, it sits in my kitchen, but at the moment it's out of use because it had a bit of, let's just say, technical difficulty, and it's going to cost me about £800 to fix. So at the minute I've just covered it over and left it because I don't have £800. I don't know when I'm going to have £800. If I can aim to get it back up and running by the end of the year, because I'll be honest, it slowed me down a lot. There's a lot of products I could do on there and I can't do at the minute. We'll aim for the end of the year. Break ground on office build before October. My office was supposed to be built and I was supposed to be in it by August 2023. We haven't even broke ground on it yet. There's many reasons for that. There's one, we found issues in the house that needed sorted first, so obviously money and time went on that first, such as showers leaking. We redid the bathroom and there was holes in the wall there. Silly things like that. Not silly things, I guess, but we started redecorating rooms because paint was peeling off the walls, and so the house has taken priority, which is fine, I understand that. I'm not mad about it. I'm disappointed that I'm not in my office yet, but I'm not mad. It would be nice to say that we could break ground and start building it by October, which, I'll be honest, is the plan anyway, but things do keep getting changed, and obviously we've got the wedding this year as well. You know, there's a lot going on this year. So yeah, I think that's a fair goal, to break ground on the office build before October. We've got a lot of the materials, it's just the time and the money for the big materials now. We've got things like the stuff for the foundations and things like that, so yeah, we'll see how we go with that one. Health. So what I've got written down here, health. So in November I started joining the gym, and to begin with, I think I've only managed 3 or 4 days a week. 3 days a week I think I've managed so far, because either things have come up or I couldn't be bothered, or Christmas and New Year put spanners in the works as well. So I'm going to aim be attending the gym 5 times per week by, let's say, April. It's quite soon, but I think I can do that. I enjoy going to the gym. So I mean, it's costly. I've got the right hiccups. It's costly, don't get me wrong, but I do enjoy it. Eat healthier meals. That's just like something I'm gonna work on all the time. Eat healthier meals. Make healthier choices. So I failed that already, really, because I had McDonald's breakfast this morning. But from now on, I'm gonna make the healthier choice. You heard that, that's documented. Drop 4 dress sizes. I'd like to say by July for the wedding, but I don't know if that's too much in too little time. So I'm going to say by the end of the year. And if I smash that earlier, then I can update that, can't I? We walk the dogs regularly. Don't walk them every day though. Walk the dogs at least once per day. Yeah, so I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I can't think of anything else to put on there. Most of them have got time stamps on them or numbers on them so that they are reachable. They've got something a bit more to aim for. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with those. Yeah. So have you set any goals this year? And if so, are they anything like mine? What's your biggest goal for the year? That's what I want to know. With that, I am going to end the vlog here because I think it's going to be quite long. I didn't think that was going to take quite as long as it has, but I'm glad I've done it. We've had a little catch up, we've had some goals set in, we've had cats meowing. So thank you for watching if you made it this far, because it is pretty boring. I appreciate that. Sitting and watching me talk and type is not fun. It's not really what I would call a studio vlog either, even though I am sitting in my office. Let me know your goals for the year. Obviously I don't need to know, you know, if you've got hundreds like me, then I don't need to know all of them, but you know, what goal are you really hoping to achieve this year? As always, thank you for watching. Please click the like button if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe because I have lots and lots and lots of content coming this year, and that is a promise. Like, subscribe, drop a comment with your favourite goals. Your favourite goal for the year, and I'll see you in the next one.